We're getting ready for the Dig 'em Dash. We're talking with Hannah Norton. Now you are the marathon queen, coaching people. You've been in how many? I mean, Boston, of course.
I've done Grand Rapids a couple of times. Did Boston. I've only done a handful of marathons. The training for that is a lot more intense than, say training for a 5K, 10K, or half marathon. So I try to focus more on the half marathons or the 5Ks, 10Ks.
What's your personal best?
For a marathon, I did a 2:57 one year in Grand Rapids. So.
Oh man. Okay, now we're talking like Borges. Are you getting geared up for Detroit too?
I'm not doing Detroit. I know Mike is doing that. I'm not. I'm just planning on doing a trail half marathon in October. So, and I like to do Borges. I love doing Borges.
How do you train differently for that?
As far as training differently for a half marathon than a 5K or 10K.
Yeah.
You just need, the only difference is you have to make sure you have a long run in once a week. So once a week I would go run 10 miles or 12 miles, whatever it might be, versus for a 5K or 10K, you really don't have to get the long run.
How do you get somebody from the couch to right there at the 5K?
There's a lot of different programs. One's called the Couch to 5K program. You can Google that, but I just advise starting walking and then run when you can, run for as long as you can, and then when you have to stop and walk again, walk, and just try to increase the amount of time you're running.
What about distance? I mean, when you first start, of course, I mean age and
Yeah, I guess it depends on what, where you are. Some people already walk, let's say 2 miles every day, and so to tack on an extra mile probably wouldn't be a big deal. I guess it depends on your fitness level.
Now, what do you have, I mean, as far as gear-wise, what do you need? You have favorite shoes or some favorite songs?
Not so much. I mean, I use my running time kind of as a quiet time or prayer time. Sometimes I do listen to the radio occasionally, but I don't listen to a lot of music. But gear, if I'm training, I like to use my GPS, my Garmin, to see how fast I'm running. If I'm not training, then I sometimes just go with just my phone for personal protection sort of idea. And that I'm pretty keep it light, keep it simple.
So for a 5K, once somebody has a couple of weeks of training under their belt, what do you want to pace at?
Oh, well, I guess that depends once again on your goals. So if your goal, I know there's some people who train for a 5K and are you talking about someone who's doing it for their very first time?
Yes.
For your very first time, I would just try to finish and not worry about. I'd say for your first time, just try to not walk.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just say, hey, I ran the whole thing. That would be an awesome goal. But if you've done many 5Ks, a lot of runners try to almost every time they try, I want to do a personal best or set a record and run this faster than this time than I did the last 5K I did.
So with the Dig 'em Dash coming out, and we're going to be starting right here at WK Kellogg, at Kellogg's World Headquarters downtown, so you get to see all the beautiful downtown Battle Creek. Now when you start from there, what is your personal best? What are you shooting for?
Between 18 and 19, I guess, if it's a good day.
Oh, nice. Now, what do you do? I mean, do you like to hang back or be in the middle of the pack for a certain amount of time?
No, not for a 5K. You kind of have to go out hard and run hard and finish hard.
Now, everything starts at 9:30. This is on the 27th. You can register on wingcountry.com. What do you do the night before a race? Do you have a special way that you go about it, a special meal or hydration?
I try to drink water all day long, and I eat a lot of carbohydrates, and they're good ones like whole wheat bagels or something like that for a long run. For a 5K, you really don't have to do anything super special except get good rest and drink lots of water the day before. I kind of wanted to cover goals and goal setting as it pertains to runners. The first and most important thing for anyone running is to set a goal. So if your goal is to simply finish, that's an awesome goal, or to run it in a certain amount of time, but you have to have some kind of goal. Without a goal, we as humans tend to default to the easiest thing, which is usually something that's not good for us. So set a goal, and then secondly is realize you're going to have to get uncomfortable to accomplish that goal. So an example I'd like to use is in Boston. One of my goals was to run Boston, but when I got to Boston, about mile 18, I was just wanting to quit. And I had this talk with myself and said, this is the Boston Marathon, you cannot quit. And it was just because I was tired and sore. It wasn't, any medical issue. And so I had to talk with myself, but I was very uncomfortable for a while. But looking back, I'm so glad I didn't say, well, I went to Boston and I didn't finish or something like that. But I was very uncomfortable. Another example of that would be, let's say you have a $100 recliner and you didn't buy it on sale, it was $100. And your best friend calls you and says, hey, I bought this $1,000 recliner for you. I'm on your way to your house right now. All you have to do is help me get it off my truck. So in order to get to that $1,000 recliner, you're going to have to get uncomfortable for a bit. And really running is the same way. You're going to have, in between plateaus, you're going to have times of where you're not going to be comfortable, and that's good. If you're trying to get to a certain pace or a certain distance right now, it might not be comfortable, and that's okay. That means you're striving for a good goal. You made a good goal. It's not a comfortable goal. And then third, in running, I enjoy the moment. I've run a lot of races where I beat myself up afterwards. I said I didn't run the time I wanted, or I was really upset at myself. But in the realm of eternity, it's fitness, and do your best with it. Try to stay in shape, try to hit your goals. But then if you go to the Dig 'em Dash, for instance, just have fun, run, put a smile on your face, and enjoy the gift of life and the gift of fitness that you've been given. If you're out running 3 miles or walking, that's an awesome gift that a lot of people would love to have. And so just enjoy the moment, and if maybe you had a goal and you didn't hit it, that's cool. Go for it next time. There's always next time, but just enjoy the moment.